Hey friendo, Steve here. Welcome back to the channel. So Money in the Bank is coming up this Saturday. So this is my predictions video for that. It's a busy wrestling weekend. We got Impact Against All Odds coming up on Friday, and then Money in the Bank. Of course, if you guys want to watch Money in the Bank with Steve here, I'm going to be over at the Going In Raw Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Steven Larson. And then on Monday, hell, maybe Sunday, I'll drop my review here of Money in the Bank. Now, Money in the Bank is one of the more fun pay-per-views out there. Personally, I think it's kind of more fun than even the Royal Rumble, because the Royal Rumble is by and large kind of predictable these days because they sort of telegraph where they're going to be going at WrestleMania. But Money in the Bank, you got that attaché case with the Money in the Bank contract in it. You know what's going to happen. It could be fall into AJ Styles' hands and then fall right into Otis's hands. And then it's like, what are they going to do with Otis? Take it away from him and give him to The Miz. Asuka could get it. And then what are they going to do with that? Just give her the title. So anything can happen with Money in the Bank, even on the same show. Somebody wins Money in the Bank and they cash in on the same show. So it's all sorts of great drama with that Money in the Bank. It's honestly probably the most innovative idea WWE's come up with. I guess it was Jericho that came up with it over the past 20 years or so, although we are coming up on the 20-year anniversary of it like in 3 years. So my God, we're old. Anyways, should be a lot of fun regardless. A little bit of the drama has been taken out this year because Roman Reigns isn't going to be there. So the guy with like all the titles on the men's side is not even going to be there to be cashed in on. So I don't know how that's going to play out. I have some ideas as to how it could play out. We'll get to that in a second. Both women's titles, the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships, will be defended on the show. Chances are those matches will happen after the women's Money in the Bank match. Last year, that match opened up. The ladder match opened up for the women. And so afterwards, there's a possibility of cash-ins. I don't think it happened until like the Raw after, but still, there is the possibility. This year, sort of the same thing. I don't expect Bianca Bel-Air to be cashed in on, but they might do a tease. There might be a tease there. Let's dive into it. I got the matches up right here. First up, we've got, we'll just say, guess the order here. Ladies, women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I kind of feel like here's the actual field right now is Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch. That's 7. I thought there was going to be 8. Maybe there'll be another one added on Smack. It kind of doesn't matter. It's going to be Becky Lynch. Here's my theory. Becky is going to terrorize Bianca Belair between now and SummerSlam with this Money in the Bank, acting and teasing like she's going to cash in. But then when Bianca faces whomever she's going to face at SummerSlam, Becky will actually cash in on her and fail. And not only will she fail, she will fail in less than 26 seconds. She'll cash in. As soon as she turns around, she'll get hit with the KOD. Bianca Belair wins. And then you'll see Becky at true rock bottom. She keeps on talking about going to rock bottom this entire time. Well, she'll find out what it's like at SummerSlam because it'll be the year anniversary. Well, she did the same thing to Bianca Belair. So we're going to get, sorry, my phone went off. So we're going to get a cash-in situation probably at SummerSlam, but maybe they'll tease it because later in the night, Bianca has a match against Carmella. So I do firmly believe that Becky Lynch is the runaway favorite, and I kind of don't think it's close to win that briefcase. I mean, there's not even really anybody else I can talk about. Maybe... No, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, they don't even know what they're doing with her. Lacey Evans, no. Yeah, none of these names. Asuka's great. I love Asuka, but she won it, 2 years ago. None of it makes sense. No, sadly, last year's winner, Nikki ASH, isn't even in the damn thing. Anyways, moving on after that, we've got, let's just do men's Money in the Bank now. We've got Seth freaking Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Omos, Sami Zayn, Riddle, and TBD. Now, apparently this past week on Raw, there was supposed to be a Kevin Owens Ezekiel match. That didn't happen. I don't know why, but I have a theory. I'm wondering if the reason why, I mean, they could still have that match on SmackDown, but I wonder if they're thinking Cody might still make it in this thing. Even if like Ezekiel or Kevin Owens makes it in, maybe they have a Moss in there who shouldn't be in this match with the idea that he may be able to be taken out of the match somehow, some way. I don't know how. Maybe Seth Rollins engineers something because Omos was threatening him on Raw. So Seth Rollins, before the match even happens, takes him out. Adrenaline in your soul. So maybe towards the finish of the match, Seth Rollins is on the precipice of winning. Everybody else is laid out. Cody Rhodes comes out. His shoulder sort of taped down to his pec here, so no damage is done. He comes running out. Like Seth Rollins starts to grab at the briefcase. He fumbles it as Cody pushes a ladder, falls into Cody's good hand, good arms, whatever. And then maybe Cody, he's got a whole year. I mean, they literally had him in a video package this past week on Raw. And I'm thinking maybe now that he's been out of surgery for a couple of weeks, maybe he's like, hey, yeah, I feel good enough to do this. And so we'll cancel this Kevin Owens match. Possibility, maybe. Roman's not going to be there, so it's not like we're going to expect to cash in the night of. My second pick, probably my main pick at this point, because that's kind of a long shot, would be Seth frickin' Rollins. He lost 3 in a row to Cody, including one match where Cody literally couldn't move his arm. And so I feel like this would be a good make good. He's been talking about having that historic cash in. I still think it works way better for Cody to spoil a Seth Rollins cash in because of what Seth did to his pec, and the sledgehammer thing. But I feel like Seth's been talking about it so much, it's either going to be him or it's going to be Cody. You could do Drew McIntyre and have him just say, "Hey, I'm going to cash in at Clash of the Castle," but there's no drama there. Like, Drew McIntyre has a terrific record. I know they don't deal with rankings in WWE, but like the point that he's making lately is, hey, I'm beating all these people. Can't I have a title match? Like Brock just shows up and gets a title match. I feel like Drew will just justify it by winning a lot. He doesn't need the Money in the Bank. Not the most exciting thing in the world. Riddle has an outside chance, maybe because of Randy Orton was supposed to be the guy against Roman at SummerSlam, so maybe we'll have like a cash-in situation. I don't know. In any event, I feel like it's going to be either Seth Rollins or it's going to be Cody in some way, shape, or form. Maybe that's why they didn't do the Kevin Owens match. But then watch, I say that, and then 2 nights from now on Smackdown, they're going to do the Kevin Owens match, and he's going to get in. So let's move on. We also have Ronda Rousey versus Natalia. Smackdown women's title. Obviously, Ronda Rousey's going to make Natalia tap out because that's the entire story here. This is where we might see a cash-in. Maybe potentially possible because Bayley's still out there. There's still a Bayley out there somewhere, and she should at this point be ready to go. Wouldn't shock me if somehow, some way, like for example, Shotzi. Maybe Shotzi will somehow get taken out by somebody before the match even starts, similar to my theory about Omos or the lack of Kevin Owens, and that'll open up Bayley to show up. And then maybe she shows up at the end of Ronda Rousey's match, not necessarily to cash in, although that would be very exciting, to say, I want you at SummerSlam because Bayley's going to be a good guy. Good guys should never do the opportunistic cash in. That's why Big E's didn't really work last year, because it was like, why are you doing this? You're a good guy. You shouldn't be doing this. So, yeah, I think Bayley, sort of an outside chance to win Money in the Bank, because Bayley versus Ronda Rousey would be a hell of a match at SummerSlam. So that's a possibility. But in any event, as far as this match is concerned, Ronda Rousey versus Natalia, Ronda Rousey totally going to win that match. That's going to be over at Going in Raw, where I put my full confidence points on. Next up, we've got tag team action. The tag team titles, all 4 of them, are on the line. The Usos, the champions, versus the challengers, the Street Profits. Street Profits had a great win. Montez Ford versus Jay. And then I imagine on Friday they'll do the other one. They'll have Dawkins versus Jimmy. Did they already do that? Maybe, did they already do that? I think they already did that. Anyways, Street Profits been doing pretty well. Here's the thing about the Usos. They have a terrible track record when it comes to non-title matches or single matches. But once you get them in a title match, they are the ones. So, yeah, the Usos are totally going to win here. They have built up the Street Profits really nicely. I would love to see the Street Profits lose and then split up. Montez Ford can be an absolute megastar. He could be huge. He's terrific. It's time to dump the dead weight. That's so rude. I should not have said that. Angelo Dawkins is terrific. I'm sure he could have a quality single run too, but Montez has star written all over him. Let the man loose. Let him go. Let him do his thing, man. Yeah, Usos go over here. And then we've got the United States Championship Theory. I hate saying that. I like saying Austin Theory versus Bob Lashley. Theory wins here. Of course, it's going to be through underhanded means, but Bobby Lashley's had his number this whole time, and they're really, really trying to push Theory. Wouldn't shock me if he called out John Cena on Raw the next night, 2 nights later, and then maybe we'll get that John Cena SummerSlam match. It makes all the sense in the world, but who knows if John Cena is going to be able to do it. It'd be awesome if he did, because that'd be a huge notch in Theory's cap. And I feel like Theory needs an opponent like John Cena to get some practice in with his promos. Because if you're going to do it, you might as well do it against the best. And that's one thing Theory needs to work on, is just talk. We've seen that he can be pretty good, but can he get to that next level and really take his character there to the next level where people actually start giving a shit about the guy? Whether he's a good guy or bad guy, you want the audience to care. So anyways, yeah, we've also got Bianca Bel-Air versus Carmella. Did I talk about this one yet? No. Bianca Belair is going to win this, and that's it. I mean, it's sort of like the Ronda Rousey versus Natalia. These are the two locks. These are the two gimmies. I like Carmella quite a bit. I think she's terrific. She takes anything she gets and runs with it. She's been up there at the main event scene with the Smackdown women's title, and she's been there as sort of like R-Truth's hype man and everything in between. So she's really good. She's terrific. But she's totally going to lose this. She's going to eat a KOD, and that's going to be it. That's going to be that. And then maybe we'll get a Becky versus Bianca face-off. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Drop your predictions in the comments below, and we'll see you over there at Money in the Bank, twitch.tv/Steven Larson on Saturday. Hell, on Friday at the same place, we're going to be watching Impact Against All Odds. So check that out. We got a lot of streaming over there going on at Steven Larson. Also, be sure to follow my personal Twitch, twitch.tv/MFSteve. Here I do a bunch of the video game stuff for 2K22. So check that out. Here's a video right here. It'll be my double or nothing. No, it's not double or nothing. It's Forbidden Door. My Forbidden Door review will be right here. I don't know where the dog is. I honestly don't. I need to go find her because she ain't in here. I don't know where she went. We'll see you at that video, though.